hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go, set, black 40.
You. Black 6. Here we go. Watch the shit.
On play action, Lance. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Niners at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Lance now on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Yellow, 43. White.
The Lance now to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Tighten up.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson, and he'll be out right at the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It got his man complete.
And he's going to be marked down. Just outside the 10.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Throwing, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. On 3rd down, Cousins. Flush to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the fumble recovery, Lance.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lance, that's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Again, it's Lance.
Steps away to his left. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Lance.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 56 yards.
And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takeyogirl02's now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Cousins on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go. Here we go. 45. White.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance dancing to his left. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Yellow.
Check 26, check 26. Watch the safety creep. 25, check 25, check 25.
Black Ultra.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Ready. 33, yellow.
Hey, we got four down. Hey, watch that.
Now a play fake. Lance. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Play action. Now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
36,
36. Jump. Check.
Now Lance again. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
3 down. 24 is the mic. It's a part of that.
black shot.
24 is the mic. Man, I got you. Rush in. Alert 3.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll go backwards. losing yardage to the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this time he is in.
Dalvin Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on 2nd down. Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A first down throw for Cousins.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Cousins now. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Jalen Rager, 40 yards. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Lance. Being chased out left. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray. 32 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance, flush to his right. And this pass caught by Gray. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. On 1st down, Lance. Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Lance looks to throw again.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 70.
And the 49ers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins forced out to his left.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Drake Jackson. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Lance now on 1st down.
Steps away to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
On play action, Lance.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete.
The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. Seibert's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. This ball complete to Rager. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Buying time to his left. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Black Ultra.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Rager.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach is already...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, they would have loved to have scored a touchdown there, but this still sets them up for a game-winning field goal attempt.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They try again with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves.